What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Lavinny, man. I'm out here, man. Say, man, I want to tell you, man, it's February, man. February 12th, man. February 12th. This is what it looks like, man. And when I'm at work, man, and again, I work in a professional environment, I wear it backwards so I don't let it just hang over my face, man. I'm just kind of showing it to you, man, before I put it back again. But, you know, I showed you the retwist that I did, and that's just supposed to get me through my... That's just supposed to get me through my next twist. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. Because, you know, I haven't mastered it, but it's enough for me to save money because I want mine to look laid, man. And I really want to do all of the, you know, the real lively stuff with it, man. And so I keep getting questions, man. So I figured that I'd take this opportunity to answer questions, man. One of my boys, one of my subscribers keeps asking me, man. So I did a recent video on the sponge method. And I showed you how to create a sponge, but I didn't tell you what the sponge was for. So let me tell you. To my YouTube subscriber that wanted to know this, sir, you look like you already have 3-inch hair. So it does not apply to you. It's really for those beginners who have natural hairstyles. They either want to wear a temporary curly hairstyle or want to begin their locks without going to a loctician. And what you typically do, and this is against everything that I believe in, you typically use some form of wax. I would select Jamaican lime or something like that, or you can use one of those Damian Walters concoction, but you use something at the beginning to really hold you up, right? And then, you know, you wash your hair, you remove all the residue. So that's where the Dr. Bronner soap comes in. It's one of those soaps that removes all the residue. So you don't have to worry about, you know, buying some black bar soap and then rubbing it in your hair and hoping all the residue comes out. You use Dr. Bronner's peppermint or hemp, tea tree or whatever, whichever one of the Dr. Bronner's 18-in-1s that you want to utilize. You do 2 good washes with that. You know, you do 2 good washes with that, and then I'd say, you know, since it's stripping it of all nutrients, if you have a natural conditioner, a light one that you can put on, I would say do that. And then you would put a little bit of wax. You don't want it too oily or it's not going to take. But anyway, you want to put a little bit of wax or something that's going to hold it. I strongly suggest against gel. Brown gel is the devil. Stay away from brown gel, man. It's going to look like on your shirt. Just imagine if I had a white shirt on and 3 days later, you know, you scratching your head or something, you just got all these brown, nasty looking clunks all over your shirt or your work outfit, man, or it's all on the back of your neck. Just stay away from it. It's not the thing. If you use clear gel, it's going to look like dandruff flakes. And spritz and all that kind of stuff. So like I said, at the beginning, yes, your first day, yes, you might want to do some spritz. You might want to do all that. But I would suggest after 10 days going for your first wash, man. And again, I will just make a video and just show the 3-pronged approach that was applied to me, where they just band up, you know, 3 or 4 of them at a time and make little spots throughout my head. And they took me under the water and they washed it. Every 10 days I did this, and you can do this yourself, you know, and then you just cut the band off. I have somebody cut the band off so that you're not having to pull it all up and you're accidentally pulling out hair and all of that. But if you do that, you can wash your hair throughout the entire journey. And that's important for a lot of us. A lot of us decide, man, we don't want locks because we just don't want to walk around filthy, because some people, unfortunately, no diss to you guys, I've had people come to me, man, when I first started, I went 10 months without washing. You know, man, I wish I would have known better. And I know it was uncomfortable for you. You probably were embarrassed. Your hair probably stank. Your girl or whatever smelled it. You had 3 different pillowcases, a bag over it. So just make sure that you're washing, man. That is what I'm saying. So you would use the sponge in a circular motion. You go counterclockwise and you just continue until you got the twist that you want. Some people want it loose because they want it to resemble a curl. Others want it to look like a lock, so you go for a little longer. And then you dry it and you tie it down. I mean, this advice is what I'm giving you, but I'm just trying to make it more clear. And you tie it down, not with a do-rag like a stocking cap, but with one that you tie up, similar to something that the Asian Indians would use when they have a little turban. Something that you can tie up, and also referred to as a satin do-rag, where you tie it up like the young ladies would have. That one keeps your hair laid and it doesn't get it out of place. You tie it down and you go to sleep. That is how that works. So if you wanted to know about the sponge method, then it's about patience. Now, let me give you another tip. Now, If you're not brave enough to say, hey man, I'm gonna tie it up and I'm gonna wash it, well, at least get you a damp towel, okay? Get you some apple cider vinegar and a little bit of Dr. Bronner's, submerge that into some water, nice and warm, and at least scrub through the lines through your scalp. Because through scrubbing your scalp, you're going to continue that growth, okay? And your scalp is going to be clean. Every other day, like I've told you before, you want to oil your scalp. Dew Grow or olive oil, growth oil, anything like that, okay? And then lastly, you know, if you're not getting enough B5, B6, try biotin, the vitamin. It really helps your hair grow. I don't use it much because I can't remember to take it, but I did originally. So those are the things that I probably missed out or that everybody's not telling you. You go get the sponge, you do all this, then you're like, man, now what do I do? And so every day you might want to sponge it just a little bit. You know, if you're doing the sponge method, just to tighten them. You don't have to. You can just let that thing sit for about 7 days and then tighten it a little bit, so forth and so on. You want to tie it up. So I've given you the whole game, man, and I didn't charge you a cent for it, man. It's your boy LaVinny, and I'm out. Peace.